When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, Chatterbox. Today is Tuesday, July 8th. We're through the holiday and the big, beautiful bill has passed. What's it mean for us and what's going on today, fellas?
What's happening, bro?
Living the dream, living the dream. It was a long, nice, quiet weekend. How about you guys?
Quiet, I don't know if that's the word to use, but yeah, it was a nice long weekend. Me and you both started off. We took off last Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We had Friday off. So it was a beautiful week.
I did not take off all last week, but okay, Amp, how are you?
I didn't take off at all, but no, the weekend was good, man. It was cool. Went away with the kids and had some fun, man. So I didn't have any service, so that was good in a way. So
Yeah, I can't believe July 4th. It's like summer's halfway done, but I feel like it's just getting started. All this rain need to go away, get that sun back out, huh?
Mm-hmm. It is looks pretty rainy here today again in the Berg.
Yeah,
but Anthony looks sunny. I think it's just because I'm a little west of him. The rain's coming, Ant. It is black over my head.
Yeah, it's definitely not sunny. It's bright out here, but it's not sunny. So it might be the glare off my head, though. So off my
head. Beat us to it. He beat us to it. But yeah, guys, all the news this weekend has been about this bill that finally was passed. Sick of hearing it. Obviously, we don't like adding debt, but spending bills happen with presidents, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes. What I'm most focused on, and what does it mean for homeowners? What went into effect, what's staying in effect, and what's coming in to help homeowners. And first off, the tax brackets that were going to go away, that were put in place in 2017 and we're going to change, are now permanent. So that's good for taxes because no one wants to pay more in taxes. So first things first, the tax brackets are now permanent, at least. I don't know. I'm sure all of this expires at some point, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, everything has an end to it, I feel like, but at least for probably the next two presidential terms, I would say. I didn't see the end date on this one, but it usually runs at least a couple terms.
So, of course, talk to your accountant. With all these new rules and laws going into effect next year, might even be more important to use an accountant to make sure that you're getting all the benefits of these new changes, because there's no tax on tips, but it's only up to $25,000 in your tip income. It also can be adjusted if you make over $150,000. There's all kinds of different rules. We're not accountants. We're just letting you know that there are items in this bill that are going to allow folks to keep more money in their paychecks. And frankly, when you have more money in your paycheck, we're allowed to count more money for mortgage purposes, which means more folks can qualify for a home.
Yeah, 100%. And then those people even getting those tips, they're not going to be afraid to say they got it and take it under the table if they're not going to get taxed on it. So that could be very beneficial to those group of people. We could be adding income right away. We were laughing. I had a buyer reach out to me last week when it went through, and they're like, "Hey, Tom, I need my pre-approval up. I get an extra $1,000 a month now that there's no tips." And we had a chuckle. She knew that wasn't the case, but that it was pretty funny. So that is not the case. We can't instantly give you that tip income. We still have to average that out over 2 years. That's not going to be an instant thing.
That is very, very true, Anth. If you've been doing your taxes for 15 years at your job and you've never claimed tip income, if you just claim it for the first time in 2025, need that 2-year history for that to count for the mortgage world.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important that, we get that out there in advance because, like Tom said, a lot of people are going to be thinking, hey, I can use this extra income, but that's not going to be the case, in all cases. So definitely consult with your loan officer. Hopefully it's one of us. We can guide you through that process and give you the timeline that's needed.
Same thing with the overtime, right? If there's no tax on overtime, that's going to be beneficial, but it's not going to be right away. We have to average that overtime income. So it's going to take a little while for that average to increase, but it's all coming down the road. It is going to help everyone. In the future here. There's all kinds of different tax credits. You got tax credits coming on. You got child tax credits increasing. You got EV tax credits going away. Again, we are not accountants. We just want to keep everyone updated to what's going on. Seems like you buy an American made car, you get tax credits now. All kinds of different tax credits are happening with this bill. There's a lot of noise out there. Really, do a little research for yourself. Google, read some articles. Don't just read one, read a couple so you get the full understanding of what's going on and see how this can help you. Just don't listen to the main talking points of mainstream media to get your opinions on.
I think that's a great point. This bill that they put through, of course, it's going to hurt some people, help other people, maybe vice versa in another case. You have to look at it and do the research for yourself to see where it's going to help you. You need to go help yourself. It may hurt you in a certain aspect, and we're not saying that that's the case, but in order to be more prosperous and to get ahead of everybody else, you have to do your own research and figure out how this bill is going to help you instantly. We're just trying to give you a few tidbits right here.
I mean, that's why you vote for people. They have your interests in mind. That's why we're talking about how this affects you buying a home. I'm sorry, we're not in the medical field. We're not bringing up Medicaid on this podcast, right? No we have no reason to talk Medicaid. We're talking.
Anthony might start collecting here in a few years.
I got a while for that, man. I got a while for
kidding.
that. I could start getting AARP stuff in the mail, though. That's not cool at all.
But so it's very valuable information that you do your research, you figure out how this is going to benefit you. If it's not going to benefit you, how it's, what we do to help you to make sure it's not a detriment, because we obviously don't want that to happen. But we're not politicians. We don't sign the bills into law. We're just trying to get the information out to the people so you guys know what's going on. Inside all of this, too, there's the trigger lead information. Hopefully, trigger leads are gone. Hopefully, when you get your credit pulled for a pre approval, you don't get 100 phone calls now. But that's still to be determined. But that's another positive coming out of this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that whole piece was signed in or if that was part of it, what the deal was with it. But that trigger lead, that's what I've been almost hyping up the most in these real estate offices when I go in there, because it is such a big deal. Guys, there's no reason why we give out the client's phone numbers to have competition against us. That is not us. Doing away with these will make everybody happier, believe me.
And if you don't know what a trigger lead is, be happy. You've never had to deal with it. But unfortunately, when a lot of people get pre approved, right now the credit bureaus can sell that information. They get a bunch of people calling them, acting like they're working with us, trying to steal their business. It's craziness where it's not fair to consumers. So the fact that a consumer has to go through that when they're purchasing a home is frankly wild. And I'm glad that, hey, politicians can do good things every once in a while. And hopefully that's coming down the line and getting removed.
Yeah, that'd be huge for our business. I know that.
Yeah, Anth, I mean, it stinks, right? You do a pre-approval, you're still on the phone going over numbers, and literally the buyer's phone is already ringing of other lenders calling them. That's how crazy the system has become.
Yeah, I mean, I've had clients change their phone number because they've gotten so many phone calls after their credit got pulled, and I'm not even done with the application yet, and they've already gotten 2 phone calls while we're still talking. So I think it's going to be great for the consumer. It's kind of annoying, actually, that you get that many phone calls. I mean, it's not 1 or 2; it's like 30 in a week, and you don't even want to pick up your phone because you don't know who the heck's calling you. So I think that's going to be great once that completely passes. It'll allow people to be able to shop without having to worry about so many other phone calls coming in from random strangers. So
Yeah, guys. I mean, plain and simple, mortgage news is hip and hot right now. We got a lot of information coming out with the bill. We got Fed rate cuts at the top of everyone's mind. We got experts saying 7 rate cuts are coming next year. I don't believe that in the least, but we are primed to having the lid blow off of this market after maybe 16 months of a little cooler market, of a buyer's market. If you're out there on the fence, I'm just telling you, if rates drop, it is not going to always be beneficial for the buyer. It is going to flood the market. We're going to see it time and time again. You're going to have multiple offers, over asking. If you're looking to buy, get in now before it happens. If rates do drop to that point, refinance down the road, get a lower rate down the road, but get in with the good price now. We're telling you, it's going to flood.
100%. Not only the rates, I think there's other things coming in this market. And if you're behind the 8 ball, you may never own a house. So now is the time. I am telling you, now is the time. These next 2 years are going to pop.
That's it. Ant, you got anything to finish us up, fella?
you guys have a kick butt day, man. So have a great Tuesday.
We will. We'll see you guys later.
See you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony